thank the folks that are here representing us today, the mayor, of course, and the owner of the team, Paul Pelosi, and our head coach and general manager, Dennis Green. We've worked together for over a year on this process, and we're very happy to be here today. I also want to briefly recognize a few people that are here that have been supporting us. Terry Wanless and the folks from Sacramento State, who will be playing our games, we're making some announcements. Did a terrific job for there are a lot of people. Terry Harwood is here as well from the Sports Commission. I want to thank you for being here. And you know, there are a lot of people that made this happen. Terry in particular, because if the university hadn't stepped up, you know, it would have been very difficult for this process to happen. And I think the thing that is unique about our league is that when you hear about other sports leagues coming to cities, they want tax incentives, they want tax credits, they want the community to pay, build your stadium, all those type of things. Well, when the UFL comes into a market, we come in and we make contributions. And at Sacramento State, we're spending over $500,000 to build a turf field and assistance with the university that's going to provide a tremendous amount of opportunity. And so I told people, what's the harm of the UFL team coming to Sacramento? Well, even if we were gone after a year, you're going to have a beautiful turf field. So hopefully that won't be the case. The other person that I think really is helpful and has had a lot to do with this process is the mayor of the city. And I think at a time when people cautiously use the term role model when they talk about sports figures or politicians, this is an example here of somebody who walks the walk and talks the talk. And I think that's rare today, and it's certainly what we hope our league exemplifies. But as a mayor, the 55th mayor here of Sacramento, Kevin Johnson has done it his whole life, even when the camera wasn't on. And that's very unusual. It's someone who went back to his neighborhood, who was from this area, stayed in this area, and has worked tirelessly to help in areas of education, even when it's been a delicate issue, because it's the right thing to do. That was very encouraging us to be part of this group. And of course, Paul, who also has some political lineage in his family, had an opportunity to know Kevin over a long period of time. And Angelo Tsakopoulos, who is one of our owners we'll announce later, said to me in that very brief way that he does, this is the guy you got to meet. And he was right about it, you know. And so we're happy that he's here today. His background, as you well know, in the basketball court was exemplary as a three-time NBA All-Star, but an All-Star not only on the court but off the court. And so to have him here today and to champion this cause and to welcome us into this great city is certainly a pleasure for us. And so without any further ado, let me introduce, please, the 50th Mayor of Sacramento, Mayor Kevin Johnson.
All right, we're excited. Let's give a round of applause for the United Football League. Come on. Coach over here was trying to get me to sign up. I'm like, it was tough enough for me to play basketball. In politics, I already got to put pads on, so I'm not interested. Let me just thank a few folks before I get started. I want to thank the Metro Chamber for their support, Matt Mayhood. Thank you for all that you do. You have been a leader in a consistent way for our community. I want to thank Michael Alt from the Downtown Partnership for his leadership as well. Terry, you already got one shout out. We're going to give you a shout out too from the Sports Commission, Terry Harvico. Angelo Sacopoulos, the Laketti Anderson family, we want to thank you for all that you do, being leaders in our community. I don't know if we have a couple of the elected officials here, even if they're not, it is politically smart for me to thank them anyway. So I'm going to say Steve Cohn and Roger Dickinson and all the other elected officials who make up this great region of Sacramento. Please give them a round of applause. I've also been told that we have Miss Sacramento here, so we want to thank Miss Sacramento here. So the reason why I'm excited, there's a number of them, but let me start being the mayor of the city of Sacramento. I'm excited because of the economic impact that this league can bring for not only our city but our region. You know, you hear us talk about Sacramento a lot. When we say Sacramento, it does not stop at city limits. It's the region, the greater metropolitan area. So when we're thinking about 7,000 hotel rooms over the course of the season, This team is it used to play 6 games, and now we're going to play 10 games going forward. So 5 of those games will be home. So people will be here in the city of Sacramento. So that will be very significant. You've heard Michael say already, you're talking about a $10 million impact. We all know that we're facing very challenging times, but you're talking about an economic impact of $10 million in our community. That is very, very significant for all of us. When you think about jobs, our unemployment rate here is about 13.5%. So any league that would bring jobs to the city of Sacramento, I'm going to support. And in this case, you're talking about 80 people that will be associated with the team. You're talking about another 60 people who will have part-time jobs in our community. I think that's very significant for all of us. An investment of $500,000 to Sac State. Again, even if the league, for some strange reason, wasn't here longer than a year, you have left behind a very good turf for all of us to take advantage of. So that's the kind of investment and economic impact that will benefit our community. When you're talking about fan attendance, I'm going to end on that. We were talking, so I'm going to save the fan attendance for the very end of my spiel here. The other thing that I think is good for all of us is the entertainment value. Our families and our community, we're looking for affordable things that we can do where we can take family members to participate in. You're talking about ticket prices which are affordable. You're talking about a $20 ticket price. And the UFL is doing something neat for high schools. If high school students or high schools sell a ticket for $20, they get to keep half of it for their school. So that's another way that the UFL is giving back to the community, and that to me is why I'm very proud to associate with the UFL. The other thing that's important for our city, we have great fan base with the River Cats. They're the top fan attendance of all sports when it comes to AAA baseball. They've done a good job doing that. But we also want to show as a city that we have a market to support these type of activities. Sacramento is a mid-sized market, which we know, but we have a huge TV and media market. So this is an attractive place for people to do and bring sports to our community. The other thing that's exciting is the pro caliber athletes that you'll be able to see. 45% of athletes who have been playing in this league have some NFL experience. 30 players last year got a chance to go up and play in the NFL. So not only is it affordable, you're going to see some really talented young players and maybe some not so young players participating in this particular league. One of the questions I was asking last night over dinner, and Paul Pelosi and I, we were talking everything but politics. We did not talk politics. That was a commitment we made last night. But one of the things that we were talking about is what is the relationship with the NFL? And there's not an official relationship, but it makes sense for the NFL if this league does well. Because you have a whole bunch of players that stand on the sidelines during NFL games and they don't get a chance to play. You know what? Players in this league will get a chance to play and they'll be ready. So if they ever get called up, they'll be ready to serve an NFL team. So I think that's exciting. Not officially a minor league or developmental league, but certainly a relationship, even if it's unofficial with the NFL. And I think that will be good for all of us. So let me close with this. And we were talking about this. You think about the Sacramento Kings back in the day. We had the best fans in all the NBA. Sold out all those games in a row. And then, as I said, AAA baseball, we sell out. And if you look here, can Sacramento support this league? I say absolutely. Absolutely. And we were talking. And for everybody around the country who's wondering whether or not Sacramento can support the UFL, let me just end with this. They are who we thought they were. They are who we thought they were. And if you want to crown them right now in the League, go right ahead and crown them. Because Sacramento is who we thought